Alvida left for the port at dawn. She couldn't wait to set foot aboard her new ship. We going to meet her?
There you are. I'm happy to see you out of that courtroom and cleared of those ridiculous accusations. Captain Alvida has already returned to her ship and is busy preparing for your journey. When you're ready, just say the word and we'll take you aboard too.
We're ready.
In that case, climb into this boat and it will take you aboard. Godspeed.
Well, what do you think of my ship? It's quite the change from that old skiff. This one even has a cabin.
Yes, it is a fine vessel. But when will you take us back?
As soon as I can pay the crew and stock the hold with food for the trip.
My family would certainly be able to finance the journey, especially since it would be an opportunity for them to compete with the Dorsays. They're a rival family who rule over the cities of Serene and New Serene. Come to think of it, they too could finance our trip, I suppose. They certainly have the means.
That would entail going to Peren, wouldn't it? I wouldn't mind going there too. There's someone there I need to see.
Really? Someone from Thélème, I presume?
Yes, a man of the cloth who might be able to help me get home. A certain Father Cardinal Pius.
I've heard of him. A charming old man who lives like a monk, I believe.
Yes, he's a priest and the Thélème ambassador. He can help me get home, but his influence could also be useful in getting your expedition financed.
Yes, I've heard of him. Well, having the backing of influential people is rarely a bad thing. My family is going to be thrilled when they hear about my exploits in Alima.
As for me, I'd like to go back to Iskiara. We left behind a giant, rampaging creature, and I hate to think what might happen to the locals and my companions. We can't just leave this beast to wander around. We have to find out what happened after our timely getaway. And since it's not possible to dock in Dooten, this will bring me as close as possible.
That's a lot of destinations to choose from. We'll have to choose just one. So, where are we headed?
Hello. I didn't know we had a merchant on board.
Not all ships do, but it seems that you have support among the admirals. Would you like to see what I have for sale? I sell a bit of everything.
Excellent timing. I was just thinking about you. I wanted to ask you something.
What is it?
I suppose you haven't forgotten our memorable encounter with my nephew Rudolph? It so happens that I've just received a message concerning him. It appears to have been written by a servant who accuses me of being responsible for the disappearance of his mistress, a merchant from the congregation. He says that she was lured to a meeting by my nephew and never came back. In the course of the various threats of torture and accusations he makes, it emerges that my nephew has also disappeared. I'm worried about him. We don't have a good relationship, but it's all my fault, and I wouldn't want anything to happen to him. I could take care of it myself, but I'm afraid I wouldn't be thinking clearly because it involves my family. Would you help me find my nephew and this woman?
I understand why you're worried. Let's try to find out what happened to your nephew.
Yes? Do you need anything?
See you later.
Of course.
If we keep this up, I'll end up becoming a real specialist in escaping prison by any means possible. That being said, I'm really glad that we got my dear Alvida out of this jail.
Let's talk about it later.
Always at your service.
Thank you for coming to see me, Vridengar. We need to talk about that merchant, Iqbal. I want to find the Black Algs. We need to make sure they're okay, or free them if they're still imprisoned. That woman is our only clue. Please help me find her and free our people.
Of course. I'll do everything I can to find them.
Finish what you have to do. Then come back and see me. But please, don't take too long.
See you later.
Boy.
I imagine that there are more urgent matters than visiting the man I spoke of, Father Cardinal Pius, who lives in Peren. That said, we need to go and meet him as soon as possible. I need to inform him of all that we have witnessed. Kernaz's rise in power, his unwarranted attacks against the islanders. He will know what to do to put an end to it, and will be a strong ally against the general. And he is also a close relation of the de Vespe family, who could finance the journey to Tir Fredi. He could certainly help us convince them if the support from Sybil proves insufficient.
You seem to know the man well. Otherwise, why would you want to find him so badly?
Let's just say that he was an ally during my exile. Someone who didn't turn his back on me despite my banishment. He is a powerful and wise man. And after all we have seen, I must admit that I am at my wit's end. But I know he'll know what to do. How to protect Thélème as well as the people of Tyr Freddy from the Alliance.
You consider him something of a mentor, if I'm hearing you correctly.
Yes, that is exactly right. Is there anything else you would like to know?
You're saying that your father, Cardinal, wants to put a stop to Karnaz's attacks on my people. But why would he even care?
Thélème is an enemy of the Alliance, as you know. And my nation does not find the conquest of your island by these people to be desirable. We have a different approach. It may not be perfect, I will readily admit. But we have no desire to remove your people from your homeland, nor to force them into slavery. Any information that would allow Thélème to put a stop to this conquest would benefit your people, believe me.
Where can we meet this Father Cardinal?
He can be found most often in the Thélème embassy in Peren.
We'll go to Peren soon enough, and we will be sure to meet him then.
If you end up docking in the city, I'll meet you at the embassy.
Of course. The magic that you're using is different from ours. Do you think you could teach me to use it?
I admit that I never thought about it. Of course, there is special training required to wield the rings, but you need to possess the gift of the enlightened, and your faith is so different than our own. But who am I to question what the Divine intends for you? Let's try. We'll see what happens. It's incredible. May the enlightened forgive me. But I would have never thought that a native not of our faith could be so gifted in our magic. Of course, you'll need to continue practicing in order to progress. But you have the gift. This much is true.
Thank you, Fausto. I must leave you.
See you later.
Look, the man sitting at that table is probably the man who delivered the letter to me.
You? You're here? I suppose you're hoping to silence me. And to think my poor mistress was delighted to make your acquaintance. If only she'd known what a monster you are. You and your whole family of criminals. I will not be intimidated. I will find her, whatever it takes.
I don't understand a single thing you've said. Explain yourself, that's all I'm asking.
Yes, play the fool. I know you're to blame for what happened to her, and I'll prove it. I'll have you hanged.
You're not the first to promise me that. Now stop this childishness and tell us what happened. We can help you find your mistress.
You keep playing your little game, but you won't fool me. We'd only been here a few days when she told me to stay in her room here at the inn because she was going to meet you. She was so happy to have been contacted by your nephew, who had promised a meeting with you at the docks. She could already see herself doing business in Dewton with your help. But she never came back. And when I went looking for her and mentioned your nephew, I was told that he was missing too. So don't tell me you had nothing to do with it.
I never arranged any meeting with your mistress, I can assure you of that. My nephew must have used my name to secure the meeting.
You're nothing but a family of criminals, that's what you are. I've had enough of your lies, but I won't give up. I'll find her.
We should search the merchant's room. There might be a note with the location of the meeting.
This door is locked.
This message tells the merchant to meet on the docks near Overseas House. It's signed Rudolph, the nephew of the smuggler Ludwig.
What on earth has got into the lad?
Let's go and have a look on the docks. Maybe we'll find something there.
This is the place mentioned in Rudolph's message.
Let's look around. Maybe we'll be able to learn what happened.
Someone was hurt. There's blood here. He stepped in it. So we'll be able to track him.
I hope it's not Rudolph's blood. What have you got yourself into, boy?
This hat is very similar to those worn by the congregation. The merchant we're looking for must have lost it.
The trail goes this way. have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here.
The bloody trail takes us straight to that warehouse. Oh, I hope we won't find bodies there. These weren't knots used to secure goods. I'd say this rope was used to tie someone up.
Look, there's a scrap of cloth caught on the lock. It must have been torn off when they took whoever was in the cage out of it.
I know that kind of fabric is expensive and delicate. The kind a wealthy merchant might wear. They must have locked the woman we're looking for in there before taking her somewhere else.
I think that's all there is. I doubt we'll find anything more.
Damn it, Rudolph, what have you got yourself into? Everything suggests that he's involved in some kind of kidnapping.
Your nephew is one of my people now. Trust me, I don't like this any more than you do.
What do you think? Could he be behind all this?
The lad I knew had never set foot on a ship. In fact, he'd never been further than his own property line. I'd like to say he couldn't have done it, but the truth is, I don't know. And now all I want to do is save him from the gallows.
Then let's try to find that cave from the letter.
Let's. The sooner the better.
Looks like your diversion worked. All the noughts are gone. Let's see what they found. I knew if I followed you I'd find something. What were you doing in that warehouse? Is that where you're keeping my mistress?
We're not holding anyone. We followed a trail that led from the docks to this place.
A likely story. It's a good thing I hired these men. We're gonna tear this place apart and find out where you bastards are hiding her. But first, we're gonna search you. You can't leave here with any evidence. Search them.
At least I won't die at the end of a rope.
Stop, please. We had no intention of killing you. We just want to find my mistress.
Why didn't you listen to us then?
You wouldn't let us search you, and I thought you were involved in her disappearance. What choice did I have?
You could have believed us when we told you that we had nothing to do with it, but that we were going to find your mistress and my nephew.
Then what were you doing in that warehouse? Did you find anything there? Do you have any leads? My mistress isn't just anybody, you know. She's not just important to me. She's important to the congregation.
We went to the place where your mistress was supposed to have a meeting. We found a trail that led us here. The clues we found in this warehouse suggest that she's been kidnapped. And we discovered a note that mentioned a cave in the backcountry. We planned to go to see if she's being held there.
Thank you for telling me all that. I'm beginning to feel hopeful again. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. I suppose I'll just have to return to the tavern and hope you find her ladyship.
We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here.
Looks like we're diversion right. All the roots are gone. Let's see what they found. I knew if I followed you I'd find something. What were you doing in that warehouse? Is that where you're keeping my mistress?
We're not holding anyone. We followed a trail that led from the docks to this place.
A likely story. It's a good thing I hired these men. We're gonna tear this place apart and find out where you bastards are hiding her. But first, we're gonna search you. You can't leave here with any evidence. Search them. stop, please. We had no intention of killing you. We just want to find my mistress.
Why didn't you listen to us then?
You wouldn't let us search you, and I thought you were involved in her disappearance. What choice did I have?
You could have believed us when we told you that we had nothing to do with it, but that we were going to find your mistress and my nephew.
Then what were you doing in that warehouse? Did you find anything there? Do you have any leads? My mistress isn't just anybody, you know. She's not just important to me. She's important to the congregation.
Do you really imagine we're going to tell you what we found after you've attacked us and kept us from our investigation? Do whatever you like. Keep searching if it suits your fancy. But you'd better not attack us again.
I see. All right, leave them be. We won't get anything out of them.
be quiet. We don't want to be overheard.
Let me out of here, you lout! You don't know who you're dealing with!
Who are you? What are you doing here? We've come for the people you're holding prisoner.
Why did you kidnap them? One of them is a Nod like yourselves.
That grimy bit of flotsam. He hired us to frighten the lady, but we weren't supposed to hurt her. He just wanted some answers. The fool. She's a merchant from the congregation. Can you imagine what she's going to get us when we demand a ransom? So we called a few friends and kidnapped her. As for him, well, we'll see what happens when we get the money.
Let me talk to them. I know this sort of people well. You want easy money? Fine. How much do you want?
This merchant is probably worth a fortune. So bring us a fortune and nothing will happen to the prisoners. Otherwise... And since we're not dogs, if you don't have the coin, a very valuable item will do the trick.
Ugh, these eels make me sick to my stomach. Let me have a word with them, please. You bloody imbeciles! Traitors to the guild! Double-crossing brothers! How dare you behave like this?
But, Captain, we're paid a pittance and...
You won't get away with this. Not only are you going to free the prisoners, but you're also going to apologise to them, or I'll drag you in front of the admirals myself. And you know exactly what will happen to you.
Apologies, Captain. We're terribly sorry. Here's the key to their cage. Please don't tell the admirals.
Oh, think about it. Now get out of here.
Somebody help me! I'm being held captive by these brutes!
You're free. Come with us. We'll take you somewhere safe.
That's such a relief. I thought I'd never get out of that cage.
However did you find us? All we did was follow your trail from the docks where you met. As a matter of fact, your servant was so worried about you that he took it out on us.
Oh, poor Joseph. Oh, don't blame him. He's very protective and fiercely loyal. But it sometimes makes him lose his wits. Thank you very much for your help. But I am quite exhausted and hungry, so I must get back to the tavern straight away.
I suppose you expect me to thank you?
No, that's not really my style. But I do expect an explanation. How did you get caught up in this mess?
I hired those thugs to help me scare the merchants a little. But when they realised that it wasn't about getting a hefty ransom, they decided to take matters into their own hands. They grabbed us both and brought us here. I imagine they were hoping that the congregation would pay for her, but as for me...
Why did you want to intimidate this merchant?
I wanted her to tell me something about my mum. About what had become of her.
None of this makes any sense. Why would she have any information about your mother?
You haven't heard? Our village was attacked. They set fire to it. Grandad, your father was killed in the fight, along with lots of other villagers. All thanks to you, my dear uncle.
No. No, that can't be true.
A few of us managed to escape, like me and Mum. But we got separated in the confusion. I made it to the sea and decided to become a Norse.
to get away from everything, from the war and the consequences of your crimes. But Mum, she fled to the congregation, and I was hoping that this merchant would know where she is.
I'm sorry, Rudolph. I'm so very, very sorry. My father, the village. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Maybe not, but it happened. So try and find Mum, will you? I just want to know she's alright.
I'll try. But you know the congregation's a big place and not everyone who lives there knows everyone else.
I realise now that my plan was stupid. I only hoped. Ever since I became a nurse, I've been here on Yuxantis. I'm just sea-given, and I don't really have my sea legs. They never sent me back to the continent, so when I heard about this merchant, I wanted to talk to her.
I can understand that. And I also understand your anger towards me. But don't go getting into trouble like this in the future. Don't end up like me.
I'll be more careful in the future. But try to find out where my mum is. Please.
Now that Rudolph is safe and sound and we've proven that he didn't mistreat that merchant, I think I owe you an explanation.
I'm listening.
You know that I was a soldier once. In the village where I grew up, I was forcibly conscripted by the local lord to take part in the Civil War. It was horrible. We were used as cannon fodder, and the nobles who gave us orders never took any risks themselves. I ended up leaving that life behind and becoming a smuggler. But what you don't know is why I left the army. I killed my commanding officer. The bounty on my head isn't so much for my smuggling activities as for that first offense. Some years ago, not long after that incident, they tried to get me by targeting my brother, Rudolph's father. They threatened to hang him if I didn't surrender. I knew they'd hang us both if I gave myself up, so I let my brother hang.
I'm sorry, Ludwig. I understand your nephew's behavior better now. But why did you kill your officer?
That's a story for another day. Suffice it to say that he had it coming. Anyway, I want to thank you for helping me. It means a great deal to me.
I'm glad you came to see me. I'm going to need your help. It's a personal matter.
What does it entail?
As you may remember, Silvio told me about a cache on the Constantia. Despite everything that's happened to that ship since sinking, it wasn't discovered. I found my mother's logbook in there, but she had so little trust that she wrote in code. And I don't understand any of it. I need to know what information it holds. It may give me some insight into what happened to her. You understand?
Of course. But what do you expect from me?
I need you to find someone who can translate the logbook.
We're too busy at the moment. We'll have to see you later. I won't bother you any longer.
Don't worry. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you again for helping me get the child out of trouble. And I hope you're not too worried about traveling with a murderer.
We'll talk later.
I'll always be here if you need me.
You seem a little lost. Need some help? Well, do you finally have time to help me track down this merchant?
I'm sorry we've had so many other things to deal with, but I agree with you. We must find the Black Hulks.
Thank you, Vridengar. We can't just stand by and let our people suffer. We must do something about it. We are sages.
The hardest part will be finding this woman, since this continent is so much vaster than our island.
But there can't be that many women who buy and sell people in this land. Our companions born in this place might have an idea. Someone must know how to find her. You know how to speak to them. I beg you. Let's find her and save the Hulks. We couldn't do anything to save Sheda. And I don't want any more of our people to die because we weren't able to do anything.
I understand. Let's find her and the survivors of the Black Hulk clan. See you later.
Boy.
Life is cruel, isn't it? Sometimes I get so tired of it all.
Do you know where we could locate that infamous slave trader?
I don't associate with that kind of person, as you can imagine. But I may know someone who could help us find her.
I'm listening.
I know a merchant who is involved in smuggling. She might know where to find a slave trader. She does her business in the port of Alima at nightfall. Be prepared to pay. That kind of person never does anything for free.
Thank you, Ludwig. Maybe we'll go find her. We'll talk later.
I'll always be here if you need me.
We've arrived at our destination.
If you have a moment, I would like to speak to you about our meeting with the friend that I mentioned, Zarin. If I can be of any help, let me know.
Do you know how we're going to meet that friend you spoke about, Zarin?
I think so. I sent her a message while we were still in Uxantis to tell her that we had arrived. I said that we would return to Alima and that we would most assuredly be in need of her help. Knowing her well, she most certainly sent a message for me via the public aviary at the port. I know it's not optimal, lacking complete discretion, but we don't really have any other way of communicating at this point in time.
Very well. Then let's go see if we have received something. I must leave you.
See you later.
Hey, so you're the criminal.
I wonder if we'll finally find the merchant. Where could...
It's always hard to recognize someone from a description, but I'm pretty sure it's you.
What?
Yes. Yes, I'm sure of it. I've got to warn the guards.
You're mistaken. We're just merchants passing through, not criminals.
Merchants? From Tia Fridi? First I've heard of it. Do you take me for an idiot? Guards! Guards! The criminals are looking for her here! Guards! These people are criminals! The ones on the posters! Guards!
The guards put up posters describing you.
That infamous smuggler should be here, right?
She only comes at night. We'll have to come back later.
Let's wait for her in that case.
I think I saw something just there.
My armor is broken! Let's go! What we're made of!
Hello. What can I do for you?
We're looking for a woman. A slave trader named Iqbal.
So she dabbles in the slave trade too? What scum. But if half of what she brags about is true, nothing would surprise me anymore. I can get it for you, anything you want, anything. I guess that even includes slaves. Some people have no morals. But may I ask why you've come to find me? I'm just an honest merchant.
Well,
What is it? You gonna spit it out?
I told them to talk to you. I've heard about you. You see, we're in a similar business, you and I.
You're Ludwig. I recognise you now. There's quite a bounty on your head, you know. And may I ask why you're bringing me into this? You have your own contacts, don't you?
You know the city better than I do. If Iqbal is here somewhere, I thought you'd know.
And you're right. I do know where you can find Iqbal. With a maniacal taker. She's my competition. She's doing so well that my coffers are almost empty. If you see what I mean.
here you go.
Thank you for supporting your local businesswoman. But don't mention me to anyone. And especially don't say that I'm the one who gave you the information. Iqbal owns a house on the north side of the district. I could show you where on your map if you like.
Thank you. We'll leave you to your business.
Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Since Iqbal is so elusive, we should instead look for the partner we heard about.
Do you remember what they said? We shouldn't trust him.
It's usually you who trusts Renaikse, not me. But we have no choice. We have been going around in circles for too long.
I have some items I brought back from your travels. Would you like to take a look at them?
There's a message. Give me a minute to decipher it. She's worried. That's not like her. And she obviously has some very important things to tell us. She suggests we meet in a warehouse in the port, in the area reserved for Naughts. A place that has a connection with the matter at hand.
I hope she can provide some more details, since there's no shortage of warehouses around here.
She mentions a place that's used by her husband's supporters. Ah, that means it will have their coat of arms on it. It's wonderfully understated. A golden eagle wearing a crown, swords clutched in its talons, on a field of purple. We shouldn't have any trouble recognizing it.
In that case, let's go. We better take down.
Let's show them what we're made of!
Hello?
I can hear the clanking of the guard's armor from here. We'd better keep away from them if we want to keep a low profile.
Doesn't look like she's here. Hey, pal. It's the guard. I have to talk to you. Oh.
What does the guard want? What's he doing here?
I have no idea.
She's obviously not at home. But I can make out some slender footprints. Probably a woman's. We could follow them.
Iqbal! Are you there? Come on, Iqbal! Open up! Iqbal! Are you there? Oh, doesn't look like she's here. Iqbal! It's the guard! I have to talk to you! Oh, Captain won't be happy. He really wanted to see that one today. Iqbal! It's the guard! I have to talk to you!
I see tracks over here.
Oh, doesn't look like she's here.
The trail goes this way.
The tracks lead to the sewers. She must have heard the guard and sought refuge there.
Let's go. Hopefully she's not far ahead.
The tracks lead towards this tunnel on the right.
There she is! It's her!
Leave me alone! What do you want with me?
Quick! She's running away!
Please! Whatever I may have done, I don't deserve this treatment! Leave me alone!
Ugh, I can't do it. We're missing something to make this work.
Is there anybody there?
Let's show them what...
My armor is broken! She's dead. We didn't manage to save her.
Oh no! What are we going to do now? We should have been faster. Rescued her from the clutches of those beasts before they killed her.
Don't lose hope, Nilan. It's not the Iqbal we're looking for. I've heard of this one. I recognize her now. She's a con artist, not a slave trader.
On the one hand, I'm relieved. And on the other, it means we did all this for nothing. And that we're no closer to finding them.
I'm sorry, Milan. We followed this lead in good faith. It seems to be the best thing to do.
I disagree. We could have done better. You wasted so much time on pointless discussions with people who see us as no more than animals, and who do nothing but lie to us.
I'm sorry. I've really tried my best.
Well, it's obviously not good enough. We're right where we started. Since Iqbal is nowhere to be found, let's find her associate. He's looking for her, just like we are. And he has the advantage of knowing her well.
Fine. If you think it's the right thing to do. I think we should stay here for now. I'm not convinced we've learned all there is to know.
My armor's no good anymore.
May the shadows crush you!
We're missing something to make this work.
Two islanders. Yeah, must be. I heard that a group of people were looking for Iqbal. I imagine it's you.
Why ask us that? What do you...
Are you Qadir, Iqbal's former partner?
Indeed. Now, could you tell me why you've asked half the town about Iqbal?
We're looking for her because she bought several of our people, members of the Black Oil clan, who were taken by force and brought to this island.
We must question her. Only she knows to whom they were sold and where we might find them.
I see. I happen to be looking for her too, as you obviously seem to know. She owes me an explanation after what happened. I considered finding her and ambushing her, because whenever I approach her, she flees. I know where she's going next. She has to go through the Esquiara region and take the road that passes over a bridge just outside the ruins. I'm going to blow up the bridge to block her escape. Then she'll have no other choice but to answer our questions. So, what do you say? Are you in?
You seem to have everything worked out. Why ask us to help you?
She has surrounded herself with guards who will not hesitate to kill me if I come alone. If we come out in force, she'll have to listen to us.
We can't afford to attack her. We must glean information from her.
Rest assured, it's just a matter of intimidating her and sobering up her guards. So, what do you say?
It seems risky. Isn't there another way to talk to her? After all, we just want to ask her a few questions.
Bridengar, she's as slippery as an eel. This ambush may be the only chance we have to talk to her. We agree to follow your plan. What should we do?
Come to the rendezvous point with explosives. For the rest, you can count on me.
We'll find some.
I'm going to set off to prepare our move. Don't be late.
We'll be on time. At last a solid lead. A plan to find this woman. We can save the Black Orcs, Bridengar.
This man's plan is dangerous. What will we do if Iqbal's guards attack us?
We'll defeat them. Unless, perhaps you don't want to fight for your people?
That is not what I meant. I'm afraid she'll be hurt, or worse if we have to fight them.
You always worry too much. Just trust me for once.
Don't take it personally, Neelan. Something about that man is off. I'm not sure we have the same goals in mind.
You're suspicious? Very well, but it's not your people who are being kidnapped, sold, tortured and threatened. We've wasted enough time talking already. Let's find the explosives he needs and go see him.
Welcome to my tavern. What can I get you? We have the best wines and good beers too.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And don't forget, we serve the best wine in town.
We're missing something to make this work. 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 Ugh, I can't do it. We're missing something to make this work. We're missing something to make this work.
From another world.